Manifesting Money Morning and Evening Rituals, Practical Law of Attraction Exercises You Can Use for Manifesting Money. Michael Holmwood 014 Michael Holmwood Introduction. I want to thank you and congratulate you for downloading the book, Manifesting Money Morning and Evening Rituals. This book contains proven steps and strategies on how to implement fantastic methods and strategies which will allow you to unlock the real power of manifestation and the law of attraction. For those who have been reading around the theory or struggling to find workable results, this guide aims to deliver tricks and techniques which you can use in the morning and in the evening in order to produce better results. If you have been looking for a starting point when it comes to manifestation or would just like to refine your technique, this guide is the perfect place to start. The inspirational teacher on the law of attraction, Joe Vitale, helped put the seed in my mind to develop and write this book. I use his video courses and books on almost a daily basis to help keep me on my path to manifest all that I desire into my life. I recommend that you check out Joe's work also, if you are serious about changing this area of your life. Click here to learn more about Joe Vitale. Thanks again for downloading this book. I hope you enjoy it. Chapter 1: Grounding Yourself. Manifestation is an incredibly powerful tool and one which the majority of people understand in an incorrect fashion. As useful as the law of attraction can be, the use in day-to-day life can be difficult. For something which requires constant use and determination, finding the right way in which to implement the system and the methodology can be tough. If you are reading this guide, it is likely that you have already read about the ways in which you are able to manifest money and the effect which this can have on your life. If you are reading this guide, however, you are quite likely looking for a more practical solution for implementing the process and methods. As such, the process of manifestation is something which can be implemented in a number of ways. It is something which can be thought about, considered and demonstrated in a myriad of fashions, and it is not uncommon for many techniques to differ ever so slightly. At the core of the method, however, there is always the same central idea. Put simply, that positive thoughts about a goal, monetary success, for example, can help to reach the target. If you are thinking of starting along this process or have been struggling to make it work, or even if you are looking for a little extra implementation, these practical techniques could be just what you are looking for in order to better achieve your goals. Like so many holistic approaches, manifestation can work from the moment you wake up. One fantastically useful technique is known as grounding yourself. While this might sound like a complicated proposition, the technique is actually incredibly simple. All that is required is for you to get out of bed and to place your feet on the floor. That is it. When you wake up, take a moment to get out of bed and sit on the edge. Feel the first touch of your bare feet onto the flooring of the bedroom. It might be wood, it might be carpet, but it could be anything. The important thing is the act itself. As the soles of your feet touch down on the floor, feel the first touch on your bare skin. Feel the steady increase of weight as you rest heavier and heavier on the feet before standing up. Allow yourself a moment to stretch out your toes and really feel the floor beneath your feet. While this might seem like a fairly simple exercise, there is actually a great deal of use in taking the time to do this each and every morning. Firstly, it is quite relaxing and a wonderful way in which to introduce yourself to the day. While this might not seem to be associated with the law of attraction, it does help frame the second principle at work here, positive thinking. By taking the extra time out of your busy schedule to wake up in a positive manner, to ease into the day, you are giving yourself a positive platform for the remainder of the day. With a methodology which is so dependent on positive thinking, the ability to start any day in a positive mindset will be able to better influence the thoughts which you have about the goals and targets which you set yourself. The process of grounding yourself at the beginning of each day allows you to take stock of the situation ahead of you in the coming hours, to dedicate a small moment of time to a positive moment. It allows you to approach the tasks of the day in a positive manner and encourages practitioners to dispel negative thoughts. Likewise, it is a simple and practical exercise which can easily be included as the part of any morning routine without the need to take up too much of your time, and as something which is easily accomplished. Incorporating the grounding technique into your day-to-day life can be tremendously helpful. Chapter 2: Constructing a Journal. A large part of the manifestation process is the ability to visualize and comprehend your goals in a very real manner. For some people, this can be a difficult part of the process, and it can be hugely beneficial to assist this part of the process in any way possible. For those who are in need of a boost to their visualization abilities, Taking the time to construct a journal can easily become a simple and practical part of your morning routine. For those who are focused on a financial goal, the construction of a journal can make a real difference and can add an extra dimension to the law of attraction which may have been difficult to find before. For many years, practitioners of manifestation have advocated the construction of collages and mind maps which are dedicated to the individual goals and aspirations. By creating these objects, the individual is given a very clear image of their goals, and this can be a massive boon when it comes to visualizing the items, objects and objectives as part of the manifestation process. But this can be difficult when it comes to monetary desires. For those who are looking to manifest money and other financial rewards, it can be difficult to construct a strong mental image of what can often be an abstract concept, whereas those who are set on owning a particular sports car or a speedboat can often hold very strong mental images and can thus create their collages in a very easy manner. Those who are focused on financial security and reward might have a more difficult time employing this method in a practical fashion, but this is a simple way around this. For many people, the reading of a newspaper or magazine is an essential part of their morning routine. It could be reading the latest headlines on the bus to work or browsing through a magazine during your morning coffee. Whatever your routine is, you can use this exposure to the written word and the images inside to help construct a journal of your objectives. The law of attraction is often dependent on visual stimuli, so if you are having difficulty in creating a strong image in your mind, simply create one and allow it to grow. But do not just do this in one big swoop. Do not add the pressure of having to trawl through every paper and every magazine to form part of a tangentially related collage. Instead, allow this to become part of your morning process. Start a journal, but do not feel under any obligation to fill it. Allow it to become part of your day-to-day routine. Each morning, as you read the newspaper, you might come across a certain word, phrase, story or image which reminds you in a positive way of the goal which you are looking to achieve. If this is the case, remove the items and place them inside your journal. Doing this can allow you to get a more vivid collection of images to use during the visualization process. But what if you cannot find something one morning? Then do not worry. The journal is not something which will need to be added to daily. Instead, think of it as an ongoing project. It is designed to inform your objective, not to define it. As you spend more and more time adding bits and pieces here and there, you will soon discover that the mental image which you are able to hold in your head during the visualization process is becoming far clearer. Whereas before, you might have struggled to imagine the goal which you have set yourself. The use of the journal has allowed you to create a vivid set of memories which can be relied upon in order to help with the manifestation method. If you are about to spend the time of the day which you dedicate to positive visualization, then it can help to take out the journal and have a quick look through it as a reminder of the goal which you are striving towards and the rewards which lie ahead. It can be a powerful tool in the already powerful process of manifestation. Chapter 3: The ability to detach. For many people, the calamity and frustrations of day-to-day life is enough to undermine the manifestation method. With so many distractions, the inability to allow any amount of time for individual processing and detachment can be a huge inhibitor to the law of attraction and can be a hugely undermining force when it comes to getting the method to work in your favor. For those who are serious about manifestation, the ability to detach oneself from the environment can be a hugely positive influence and can allow everything to work in a far greater fashion. But for those who are consumed with the hassle of the daily work schedule, how is it possible to detach in such a manner? When using phrases such as attachment and using similar language as in the above paragraph, many assume that manifestation requires an almost monk-like approach to the method and that they will have to live alone on a mountainside in order to best achieve their goals. This is, thankfully, not the case. Instead, the same effect can be achieved within 5 to 10 minutes, and by taking this very small amount of time to yourself, you can quickly discover the benefits of the detachment theory. The principal ideas behind manifestation are dependent on the individual ability to remain positive about their goal. Any form of doubt can be a huge hindrance, and one of the most common ways in which doubt and negative influences can creep into the thought process is for an individual to remain frantic and hectic at all times. With so much going on and so much demanding attention, the ability to discover and find a positive frame of mind can be incredibly tough. To overcome this, all you need to do is to find yourself a short amount of time during each day. If you are working, this can be a short break. It can even be during the commute to and from work. If you are at home, then it can be achieved by simply taking a walk. All that is required is a change of scenery and a relaxing and calming environment. For many people, this means that they will turn instantly towards nature or parkland, or that they will need to be in a quiet place. For some, they will have to be sat down, or for others, the walking action can be quite calming. There is no one set method, and all are equally as valid, depending on what works for each individual. It is important to find a way in which you can escape the hustle and bustle of everyday life and find a small sanctuary of space. It might be sat on a park bench, it could be a gentle walk around the block. Wherever you realize that your calm area is, there is only one requirement once you get there. Each day, as you find the short amount of time for yourself, all you have to do is to simply detach. Let it go. Clear your head. Don't spend your time thinking about work or about any of the minutiae of your life. Don't even spend the time visualizing your goals. There are a time and a place for that. Instead, your goal here is to make sure that you are able to clear your head. Rather than thinking about everything, try instead to think about nothing. Simply allow yourself the opportunity to enjoy the break from everything else. Enjoy the walking, the sitting, and the park. Wherever you are, simply take a few minutes to enjoy the quietude of not having to think about anything at all. While it might not seem as though this is a particularly core part of the manifestation philosophy, it can actually be hugely helpful. Whereas many people are undermined by the negative thoughts and the doubt which enter into their thought processes through other areas of their lives, this practical and fairly simple solution can, if done correctly, be an excellent means of clearing your head and refocusing on your goals. By eliminating all of the concerns and thoughts which occupy your brain on a day-to-day basis, you are better equipped to visualize, think about, and achieve the goals which you set yourself. Chapter 4: A Gratitude Diary. As well as constructing a refined morning routine in order to make sure that you are doing your utmost to help with the manifestation process, there are also several steps which can be undertaken in the evening. By combining the two sets of practical exercises, you can increase your positive outlook and help make sure that you are doing the maximum amount in order to reach your target. So, as you detach yourself in the morning, ground your feet after getting out of bed, and construct a journal. What are the things which you are doing in the evening in order to better subscribe to the law of attraction? While morning rituals and exercises are about establishing a positive outlook for the rest of the day, their evening equivalents are about reflecting on the day events and discovering ways in which you could improve and better your use of the process. As well as this, they can be incredibly useful for discovering where you are going wrong and implementing a more effective methodology. If you are serious about manifestation, reworking your evening routine can be absolutely essential. One of the best ways in which to both reflect on the day and to increase a positive outlook on your future is to begin writing what is known as a gratitude diary. While it might sound like a strange practice, it can actually be incredibly simple. All you are required to do is, each evening, take 5 minutes to write down 5 things for which you are grateful. Think of it like a daily Thanksgiving ritual. The things can be, essentially, anything. They can be huge and important matters, such as family, friends, and good health, or they can be simpler, smaller things such as a nice bowl of cereal or the song of a bird. The only important factor is that they have been something which you have experienced during the day just gone. The diary itself is a useful tool. As you begin to fill the pages, you will be acquiring a document of all of the positive things in your life. This can be very useful as the doubts and the negative thoughts begin to creep into your daily life, and a quick leafing through the pages can often be a great way in which to spend some time every now and again. When it comes to manifestation, a positive outlook with no doubts at all can be absolutely essential, especially when it comes to manifesting money. As such, the gratitude diary is a great tool for both documenting and reflecting on the positive aspects of day-to-day life. As well as the diary itself, the process of writing can be a huge help to many people. By sitting down and forcing yourself to find 5 things each and every day, you can often discover new and positive things which you had entirely forgotten about. As well as causing you to notice them at the time of writing, it can also help you notice such events more during day-to-day life. As you continue to write each and every day, you will be more and more on the lookout for items to include in the gratitude diary, and it could just be exactly what you need in order to notice the smaller positive influences in your existence. When it comes to making sure that you are doing everything you can to make the most of the law of attraction, writing a gratitude diary each and every night can be a fantastic tool. Chapter 5: Meditation. When it comes to self-help guides, Many people are put off by the idea of meditation. It seems to be inextricably linked to an idea of old monks along on a Tibetan mountain, smoking incense and clanging bells. However, while there may be a great deal of history behind the religious aspects of meditation and the use of it throughout the world, it is possible to employ techniques which come under the wider banner of meditation, but without the robes and mountainsides which many assume come with the territory. While you might not be seeking nirvana, the act of meditation can be a huge help when it comes to the manifestation process. While there are many assumptions around the idea of meditation, in its simplest terms, it can simply be used as a time for reflection and self-improvement. While you might not need to sit cross-legged on the floor, it can help to find a reasonably comfortable chair. If you are considering making this a part of your evening process, it can be best employed in the time before you finally depart for bed. With evening done, simply sit down in a chair and close your eyes. Many of the other exercises in this guide are aimed to better your thought processes and your thought cycles. Meditation is different. This exercise is designed to improve your physical approach to manifestation. While you might be focused on many things in a mental capacity, it can help to allow your body time to relax and delineate all of the issues which accumulate throughout the day. The stresses and concerns of modern life can often appear to take a physical toll, and this can affect the body in different ways. While some people run, swim or take massages, it can be hugely effective to simply turn to meditation in order to find your best way to relax. This is why the comfortable chair is so helpful. The process for meditation is similar to the detachment which we encountered earlier. While we previously were focused on uncluttering thoughts, this time we will focus on uncluttering the body. Sit in your chosen spot and close your eyes. Focus your thoughts on relaxing your muscles and the fibers within your body. Relax the tendons and the ligaments. Doing this should begin to have you feeling far more relaxed, and it is not uncommon for a strange feeling of warmth to overflow the senses. Rather than the other exercises which can be over and done within 2 to 5 minutes, meditation can often benefit from longer sessions. As such, many people prefer to use it as a once-a-week solution rather than a once-a-day one. By meditating, you should find that your body is more able to relax. The process of manifestation is not dependent on physical health in order to fully achieve its goal. However, the banishment of negative thoughts from the body and the removal of any stress which might cause doubt can mean that you are better placed to achieve your goal. When it comes to the law of attraction, meditation can be a huge help. Chapter 6, Affirmations. As we have seen in previous chapter, the use of positive thinking is hugely important, and exercises and activities which make use of this are among those which are most effective when it comes to reaching your goals and making the most of manifestation. In order to make the most of this approach, there is one very simple ritual which you can make use of every evening. It requires very little effort, no special tools, and all you need are your voice and your thoughts. The process of affirmations is a simple one. Each night, at a time which suits you, simply say your goal aloud. In the same way that the law of attraction encourages participants to focus on and visualize the objective, the act of saying it aloud can make a big difference. Rather than simply occupying mental crawl space and drifting through your imagination, the act of speaking the goal, the objective or the target out loud can make it seem more real. Many people find that the words feel more real when rolling out across a tongue, rather than simply being thought of. It can add drive and focus to an enterprise and a method, which is especially helpful for those who are unsure of the power of manifestation. Each evening, simply say aloud the thing which you would like to achieve. This process is called affirmation, as you affirm the target to yourself. Many different cultures have witnessed a similar process, whereby people speak aloud their goals and repeat ideas and thoughts to themselves in order to regain and realign their focus and drive them towards their targets. One of the most common names for this kind of process is a mantra. There are also similarities and commonalities with the idea of prayers and incantations. However, there is one very key difference. While many of the traditional approaches are designed to invoke an exterior force in order to accomplish an objective, the method of manifestation combined with the act of affirmation is designed to spur an individual on to accomplish their goals on their own terms. Rather than praying or calling in an outside force, the law of attraction allows individuals to take control of their own fate, and the act of affirmation is designed to add a positive outlook and a positive process to the method. When it comes to making sure that you are better placed in order to achieve your targets, Affirmation can be a real help. It can allow you to keep a clear focus on what it is that you are striving for, and it allows you to frame such a journey in a positive mindset. By using this exercise each and every evening, you can be sure that you are in the right frame of mind to make the most of the manifestation process and to employ the law of attraction in order to suit your needs. Conclusion. Thank you again for downloading this book. I hope this book was able to help you to learn exercises to help with the manifestation of your monetary goals. The next step is to take these rituals and begin to implement them in your day-to-day life. In doing so, you should see an ongoing and steady improvement in your ability to think positively. With this comes a move closer towards your goal. The power of manifestation relies on positive thinking, so make sure that you are doing as much as possible when it comes to achieving your goals. Thank you and good luck.